Hi, everyone. It is Suzi and Jamie. We are here to meditate with you all today. And today's theme is going to be around relationships. So many of the quarantine orders that were going to be lifted around this time are not being lifted, and we're finding ourselves sheltering in place, quarantined for a little longer than some of us had anticipated. For some people, that feels like a relief to get to stay and be in your own home, stay safe, keep flattening this curve. For some people, you're just antsy and really needing to get out, and you're feeling really claustrophobic and cloistered. And most of all, obviously, we are here with each other. And underneath that being with each other, we are here with ourselves. So we are having the opportunity to see what it really feels like to be present, to be with your own self, in relationship with yourself. So I don't know how that has been for you, babe, but
well, we're not this close all the time.
Sometimes we're in different rooms. So as people are gathering, let us know where you're here from, where you are, where you're watching from. And today what we thought would be to dive deep into the area of relationship, because it is something that I know many of you are parents. You may have 2, 3 children, maybe special needs children. Your children might be quarreling more than normal. You know, they are having their own big feelings. They are adjusting different age stages. Little ones barely understand why they can't just be having regular play dates. And of course, our teenagers, we have an 18-year-old, and you know, his world is been turned upside down. And when you're a teen, being with your friends is everything, you know? So, hi, Marty.
Do you remember being a teen?
Do you guys remember being a teen? I mean, I think that's really a great question if you have children. Do you remember being, or can you put yourself in their shoes? Can you remember being a teen? I know for me being a teen, it was all about getting out of my house.
So, I got my license and I was gone.
Yeah, so, you know, and little ones, to put yourself in their shoes, and they don't even have an understanding of what's going on. And I think adult to adult, you know, for me, most of my practice has been setting the intention to try to put myself in my husband's shoes, to try to put myself in my son's shoes. What must it be like to be 18 years old and to have spent the last 6 weeks literally in your home, to be 18 years old when, you know, everything inside of you developmentally has the urge to be free and out there and exploring the world, and to find yourself, you know, at home. And then even
7 weeks, actually.
7 weeks. And then even to be, you know, thinking about your partners. You know, businesses are changing. Your entire, you know,
all my gigs canceled.
Lifestyle of being a singer-songwriter and traveling and doing, you know, live concerts, everything changed. Everything in my world has changed. Well, I will say my world hasn't actually changed so much. I'm very fortunate that I get to support people online. But I have been really making it my spiritual practice to think about what might it be that you are going through in a way that maybe I can't understand. And then to also have compassion for ourselves, that this truly is an unprecedented time. We don't know how the re-entry is going to look. And so to have that kind of compassion with ourselves, to know that however you are responding to all those around you, or sometimes it's reacting and sometimes it's feeling triggered with all those around you, is a direct reflection of the way that you're holding yourself. So Are you feeling hard on yourself? Are you feeling impatient with yourself? Are you expecting so much of yourself? What is it that you are experiencing within your own self? And can we all now move into meditation to have a commitment with ourselves and each other that we will be gentle with ourselves and we will find a way of relating with ourselves that is connective and is soft and is gentle and reconnects us with our highest self and the highest vibration of ourself and the highest vision of our life, so that whatever surroundings you find yourself in today, what you bring with you is softness, and what you bring with you is gentleness and compassion and understanding to your kids, or understanding to your spouse, understanding. And also, many of you are alone and moving through this alone, where you aren't in a home with others. And when you're in a home with others, there can be so much conflict, and we can act it out. You can act out your anxiety and you can just see it bouncing off the walls with each other. But when you're alone, you're left with your own bouncing off of your inner walls of maybe feelings of loneliness or anxiety, you know, the different things that come up when you're alone. So every one of us, I'm having such deep, utter compassion for humanity right now, because every single one of us is being impacted in a certain kind of a way. And so to be in an inquiry of what is it that you need today, just for today, to walk through today differently than you might have walked through yesterday, because we're coming together and taking some time to be still, to slow down, to connect inwardly. So I think Jamie is going to give us some music, which we're so lucky about, and then I'll guide us. We'll move into a time of inner introspection.
Love, I get so lost sometimes. Days pass and this moment keeps slipping away. I get so tired working so hard for our survival. I look to my time with you to keep me awake and alive. And all my instincts, they return, and the grand facade so soon will burn. Without a noise, without my pride, I reach out from inside. Oh, oh, oh. In your eyes, the light, the heat, I am complete. I see a doorway to 1,000 churches, resolution of all my fruitless searches. Oh, I wanna be that complete. I wanna touch the light, the heat I see in your eyes. God, I don't like to see so much pain, so much wasted, so much wasted. And this moment keeps slipping away, slipping away. When I want to run away, I drive off in my car. But whichever way I go, I end up at the place where you are. All my instincts, they return, and the grand facade so soon will burn. Without a noise, without my pride, I reach out from the inside. Oh, in your eyes, the light I am complete. I see a doorway to 1,000 churches. The resolution of all my fruitless searches. Oh, I wanna be that complete. I wanna touch the light, the heat I see in your eyes. I wanna touch the light, the heat I see in your eyes, 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 the light, the heat. I am complete. I see a doorway to 1,000 churches. The resolution of all my fruitless searches. Oh, I wanna be that complete. I wanna touch the light, the heat I see in your eyes. 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 In your eyes.
So right where you are, gently close your eyes if they aren't closed already, and see yourself in your eyes, as if you're literally holding a mirror up to yourself. Take this moment to look deeply into your own eyes, into your own heart. Let anything and everything slip away from your outer life, shed away from your outer life, and just for this moment, connect with your innocence. Connect with your worthiness. Connect with your highest self. Who are you truly? Who are you really? Who are you underneath the layers and layers of labels and judgments and beliefs that you have put upon yourself or have been placed upon you? Underneath there, who are you? See yourself in your eyes. I am worthy. I am whole. I am abundant. I am light. I am radiance itself. Breathe in to your worthiness. You deserve. You are enough. You are more than enough. Say to yourself, I am more than enough. And I intend to connect to that today. I am willing to truly treasure myself, cherish myself, look into my own eyes today and see the truth of who I truly am. So as you just are willing and intending, intentional, let's move into the silence and listen. Your truest self has a message for you for today. Listen, what is that message? What is that insight? What are you meant to hear about yourself for today? When I look into my own eyes, am I willing to see beneath the layers of self imposed shame, self imposed judgment, self imposed criticism? Am I willing to look into my own eyes beneath the surface to the depths of who it is that I came to be in this lifetime during this quarantine time? Who is it that I am meant to be today? If your mind is wandering, if your mind is chattering, that's just fine. It's totally normal and natural. Just allow that to shed away and just gently call yourself back to your heart. Gently state your intention, your commitment. I'm listening with such an attuned awareness, such an attuned ear, such an attuned heart. I want to see a reflection, a mirroring of my truest self, my highest self today. The self that knows I am enough, I am more than enough, I am worthy, I am deserving, I am a light. I am a light being, I am a spiritual being. Who are you really? Lastly, hold up that mirror so that you see the truest reflection of who it is that you are today. And set your intention, your willingness to take the highest version of yourself out into your home. Whether you're in your home alone, whether you have many children running around, whether they have school, whether you're cooking endless meals, whether you're with your spouse, all of the above, none of the above. See the reflection of your highest self. Your highest self that's just wanting to be birthed today, wanting to have space, wanting to be seen today. Set your intention to see that and bring that highest self with you into your next moments, into your next hours, and into the remainder of this day. And then whenever you're ready, gently open your eyes. And then on the chat box, anything that came to you, a quality, a word, a phrase, an insight, what is it that you are committing to take with you? What is it that came to you just by coming to the silence, just by getting still? What is it that you tapped into? What is it that you're taking with you? And just write it in the chat box. Anything come to you?
No, I'm just sitting and just kept bringing myself back. There were a couple of things that came early, but it's like it hasn't stuck in my mind. I just kept bringing myself back.
Mm-hmm. I had this really, I'm not seeing everybody's chat for some reason. So maybe you can, do you have your phone?
My phone's in the other room.
Well, we're not seeing your chat. I see on Instagram, Liz is saying, "Am I enough?" is coming to her. And that's interesting for any, those of you on the Facebook page, keep writing in the chat and I'll go back later. Maybe they'll start popping up here. But I had a real interesting, it speaks to Liz saying, "Am I enough?" I had this memory come to me from, I must have been like 6 or 7 years old. And my next door neighbors, I don't know if you guys, especially you girls, ever played with Chinese jump ropes, those little elastic jump ropes. And my next door neighbors had one. And I asked my mom if I could get one. And she said no. And so I took my next door neighbor's jump rope with the intention to show my mom, see, it's just this piece of elastic. Can't we find one for me? And my mom found out that I took it, and I didn't get the chance to share with her where I was coming from and what the intention behind it was. And so of course she just really lit into me. And the message that I took from that incident was that I was shameful, that I wasn't enough, that somehow I wasn't enough to get this little, jump rope. And when we had our eyes closed, I became aware of the importance and the value of going back to places in our consciousness. I went back to that place in my consciousness and gave myself what wasn't able to have been given to me during that time, which was, I said to myself, I see your innocent intention. Even though my behavior was wrong, I saw my innocent intention. I saw that I was enough all along. I saw there was nothing shameful all along. I gave that back to myself. So this is what we're speaking of today. If you're feeling like you're not enough, if you're feeling like you are somehow separate from your own worthiness, that you're not deserving, it is for us in our spiritual practice, now that we are adults, to go back and to say to ourselves that who you think you are is inaccurate, and to make accurate what is the truth, which is that you are whole, you are perfect, you are abundant, you are prosperous. Mostly, you are connected to a greater source that is always providing for you in that flow anything and everything that you could ever need. And then really feel into that and take it with you into the remainder of your day. So thank you everyone for joining us. Apologies that I can't see the chat.
If I could find it.
Yeah, Jamie's going to try to find the chat really quickly so we can answer everyone's.
Oh, Deepti's on.
And hi, Deepti.
Letting go of all my labels.
Letting go of all my labels. You want to say them out loud so I'm not repeating them?
Yeah, Deepti's saying I'm letting go of all my labels.
I love that. I love that.
Marina says that she's with us. Let me see all 11 comments.
Maybe go to the bottom. It's where they are saying that they are letting go of.
Marina's with us. Susanna Yang says, I'm loving y'all.
Aww.
I don't know why we're not getting all the comments.
Yeah, for some reason we're not getting the comments today. So, but what Deepti is saying actually is, I'm going to call it universal for all of us. I'm going to join you, Deepti. How about we let go of all our labels today and recognize how deep that is? Could you even imagine, then we'll let Jamie close us out. Could you even imagine letting go of all of your limited labels today and to free yourself to live your most authentic self, like a 2-year-old, like a 3-year-old, like a 4-year-old who is just, dancing around in wonder. I saw that Jacqueline is with us. Hi, Jacqueline. So happy to have you. Happy to see you, Susanna and everyone. Susan, Fraser, and Deepti. You're gonna sing us out?
Just a little thing.
Just a little thing. There's
amazing.
no little thing.
Just as you are.
Mm-hmm.
You're amazing. Through all your bumps, bruises, and scars. Don't let anybody tell you any different. It'll only be their child. You're amazing. Just as you are. You're amazing. Oh, just as you are. Doesn't Susan's hair look nice? You're amazing.
It's amazing, just as it is.
Through your bumps, bruises, and scars. Don't let anybody tell you any different. It only be their lies, 'cause you're amazing. Oh, just as you are. Oh, you're amazing. Just as you are.
Thank you, Lovey.
Simple.
Thank you. You are amazing just as you are, and let's all make a commitment until we come back together on Wednesday. Let's all make a commitment to let go of all labels. I want to feel what it feels like to live out the rest of today, my authentic, unencumbered, unlabeled self. You join me?
Yeah.
And take all labels off of your kids. Take all labels off of your spouses, your friends. I want to live immersed in what it feels like to not label myself, not label anyone around me. I can't even then call him my husband because that's a label, my partner. to really live free of any labels for the next until we meet back on Wednesday. So thank you, Deepti, for the inspiration. You're amazing.
So we're suspending judgment of ourselves and others. And maybe we just do a little mirror work too between now and Wednesday.
That's great.
Just go and love yourself in the mirror, acknowledge yourself in the mirror. Sorry we didn't get the messages. I'm kind of getting a couple at a time here, but
Please keep writing on the chat, because we'll go back later and hold you guys in our hearts for sure. And Deepti is saying our essence is enough. So please take that with you. Your essence is enough.
And share this with someone who you think might need it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. Peace, y'all.
Peace. Peace out.
You're so street.
I'm so street. All right. Love you guys.